I'm Brian Hendricks, and I'm going to show you how I repair minor holes in my animal skins here. I use a latex glove, pieces of latex glove or nitrile glove, whatever I have around. If it's in an area where it might show from the fur side, definitely use these flesh-colored ones. Otherwise, other areas are on long-furred animals. You can use the blue ones or whatever you have. So anyway, there's a couple really small holes right here on this ear. They don't look like much, but when you put your adhesive in that ear, it will ooze out of there. So I'm gonna put a patch on that. I use this Tech Bond glue. This is the blue stuff here is a thinner viscosity, and labeled the black here, that's the medium viscosity, I believe. This is the stuff I always use, the medium stuff. You can use either one, works. This just seems to be a little better because it doesn't bleed through the skin so fast. So anyway, I'll show you how I do this. Get a little bit of glue to come out of there. You just kind of go right around the holes. Try not to squirt it into the hole. And then while that's still wet, just press that little piece of glove on there. That's it. It's done. It sticks that quick. You don't need to use accelerator on it or anything. It's just a done deal, just like that. I'll usually patch 2 or 3, then go back, and that's why I have several pieces laying here. Then I'll go back and cut them off, trim them off. I've been looking at the skin, and most of the front end is in pretty good shape. There is a patch on the lip here that I already did. I'll show you that, where I had a split on the lip there, and I just pulled the skin together and put a patch over it. That's not the glove you're seeing there. The patch is actually, I guess it's way back here is where the split was, where I pulled it together and put the patch over it. So I think there was one on the other ear. Yeah, that's the one I just did. There was a hole there on that ear that I patched. So the head, the front end's ready to go. There's a few more holes in the body. I don't think that's a hole. Nope. Here's one here kind of up on the back. There was a scab on that one there that I kind of picked and cleaned off. I'll show you with the blue in there. The difference being the blue, the glove here is nitrile, and the flesh-colored ones I have there are latex. I'll just use one with the nitrile just to show you that either one of them work. Nitrile or the latex kind of work the same way. Just stick it over there. You do want to make sure you have your skin kind of pinched together there. When you stick it on there, I just let that set for a bit. There's several little holes. These holes are from me when I wire wheel my skins when I flesh them. I'm blocking my light here. I can't see much. Got a bad angles going on here. Again, to go around the hole like that. This is on the inside of the leg where it's not going to matter. You're not going to see it there, so I'm just going to put one big patch over that whole area there. Stick one on there. You can see right where I put the glue all the way around that. And we got this other little spot here that I did. It gives you a little bit of time to get the glove on there, but it seems like once you stick the glove on there, then it sets up pretty darn quick. It really adheres. As I lift that up, you can see where the edge is, where to cut it. Yeah, be careful, like I just did there. On that one I cut too close and I cut another hole in it. So, but anyway, this is way faster than sewing. Especially you get something that was shot with a shotgun, like a fox or something like that, or a squirrel, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's got a whole bunch of little pellet holes in it, you can fix all those pellet holes in just a matter of minutes. And like this here, there's a bunch of little tiny holes. A lot of these aren't a real big deal where they're at, but I use latex caulking for my glue, and I like to put a bunch of it in there, so when I'm squishing it around, I don't want it oozing out any of these little holes, so I'm going to patch them all. And I'm not going to leave that whole big patch laying on there like that. I will trim that after it all sets. It's just easier to stick it all on there at once like that. There's a little one in the leg right there. Again, remember, don't squirt that glue into the hole or you'll have it in the fur on the other side. Trim some of these off. And you don't want to put big, huge patches on here either, because it'll take away from your skin adjusting and stuff, or kin. It's nice using the latex and the nitro like this for your patches. Is you start pulling on your hides, you know, when you're putting it together and all. If you stretch it a little bit, you can sometimes tear out stitches. Whereas a lot of times these gloves, these glove patches like this, they'll just give with the skin, stretch with the skin, instead of tearing loose. So anyway, I'm just kind of trimming around each one of those patches, each one of those holes that I patched up there. Trying to do it so you can see, which makes it really awkward for me to do what I want to do here. Anyway, that's the idea. You can keep them smaller than that, just a little bigger than the. I use super glue too, gel, and it works okay, but you waste so much because the tubes always clog up, and so I've had really a lot better luck, you know, as far as being able to use the whole bottle of glue before it goes bad. Even just these little scraps that I cut off are all you need for some of those little holes. Just stick them on there and leave them. You're done. That big, do I? Well, I don't know how long it's been, but a few minutes. I patched a lot of holes there in just a few minutes. There's another one on that leg. Have to get after that guy that was doing the wire wheeling. Yeah, these are red fox skin. It's really thin, especially when they're a little bit earlier season and not quite prime yet. That skin can be very fragile. Very thin. Let's see if we get any more. Just kind of go over the whole skin. Any little holes you find. It's in pretty good shape, really. This has already been washed. It's ready to mount. This is the last thing I do before I start putting the skin on. Is the repairs. There's a couple more. These aren't all like that one there. There was a scab there. It probably had a tick there or something, or a bug bite or something at one time. There's one right there. I think that's one there. Get both of those at once, I think. Okay. I've already looked at the feet, the lower part of the legs, and they were fine. Okay, I think that's it. That's the way I do them.